Now, if your cousin was a police officer, I can see you saying, "Oh, he disrespected my cousin, talking bad. My cousin's a good cop." None of them said that. They went straight to the soldiers because they know the soldiers is a very delicate issue, and 99% of the country supports the soldiers because of what they sacrifice and what they do. He didn't say nothing about soldiers. He said police, and none of them came out and said, "Oh, he disrespecting the police,"
Mm-hmm.
because 50% of America don't give a damn about police, and I'm in that 50% category.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me interrupt y'all real quick. I have to apologize. We have started this podcast and I forgot to hit the go live button because we was talking about the exciting news of
How,
Florida
how
State
you
getting their
how
I,
you mine live mine say
yeah,
in
it's live
stream.
now. Yeah, huh?
Oh, so all that talking we've been doing, we ain't been live. So we done been
No,
talking.
we ain't been live. But
We done
listen,
been talking for 50, almost 30 minutes.
but listen, it's been us airing out stuff. But listen, we'll go back and talk about what we was talking about. But listen,
No,
I must
no.
say,
Tell us.
it's my
Well,
fault.
we
Listen,
we ain't going back. We ain't going
I,
back.
I'm, I'm I'm
We need
so
to find.
dejected right now that Dallas lost today to to the Ravens. I thought Dallas was gonna bounce back.
So technically, Tony was right. Tony, you was right. Carolina and Dallas got the same record.
Really, really, really. That's what
Yeah.
we going with. That's what we going with.
That what the man said. That what the
Well,
man said.
he right about that. But you know what? My college team is better than your college team.
And hey, and you right. I can't
Even
argue with
though
that.
even though we beat
But
on
my
our high school
protein, but
JV
my
team,
protein, hey, my protein better than yours.
so to break the tie, we got to go to the WNBA. The WNBA playoffs start today. Who y'all horses? Who your horse?
Yeah.
Who your horse to go all the way and win it all? Who your horse?
I'm
Tony, you
going
got
with
a lot of feedback. You got a lot of feedback. That mic is star.
Is it?
Yes, yes, you feedback bad.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
It was better. It was better when you had it around your neck.
I had it around my neck.
Yeah, yeah. When you look like an old college coach that was mad that his team was getting blown out, and you had it around your neck. He was looking. It was sounding that way.
like you didn't want to talk to the coaches in the booth no more.
Yeah.
But
You ain't paying. But go ahead.
I think Vegas gonna hit their stride. I think gonna be Vegas and New York in the finals.
Vegas and New York.
Yeah.
New York Liberty.
Hmm.
Mm. Oh, don't New York? Don't they have to go through each other to get there? Yeah,
They might. They
yeah,
might
they got to.
because well,
Yeah, they on the same side of the bracket,
well,
but
well,
they can't
whoever
face
wins,
each other.
well, when they meet in the conference finals or semifinals, whoever win that game, that's who I'm rolling with for the championship. Whoever the winner that come out of that game.
Okay, okay. So that's what you got going on. All right,
That's what
Tony,
I'm
who
got
you
going
got?
on.
Oh, I wouldn't even lie. Uh, Agent Wilson playing for one of these teams.
She played for Vegas.
Oh, that's who I got.
Now New York got Stewart now, Brianna Stewart now.
She
Hey,
played for Carolina. She played for South Carolina.
no, Brianna Stewart played for Connecticut.
No, I don't. I don't care about that. Only
Yeah,
Carolina.
hey, see, there you go, there you go. You going with emotion. You
Yeah,
going
I
with
know.
emotion. You going with emotion.
Hey,
Remember
you
what
gonna
we
throwing
say?
it in my face?
Hey. Okay, wait. What we talked about? Well, what we talked about
The
when now
facts.
we know we were offline thanks to our leader.
Yeah,
What
I
we
know,
talked
right?
about when we was offline. You can't go with emotion. You gotta go with
Just the
facts.
facts.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is the definite truth. I
Oh
swear to
man,
you.
the Rams beat the 49ers.
Came back and beat them. That's
Came
crazy.
back and beat them.
Came back.
Not I know the great hope, the great everybody say what Brock Purdy. I
That's
know
2
Brock
games in
Purdy.
a row.
No, you
They
mean
man,
tell me
Ayuk, what did Ayuk do for the day? Demon, look up his
got
numbers.
he got a check. He got a check.
Hey, I'm mad. This boy cried like a little bee
He got a check.
for money, and he ain't showed up the past couple of weeks now.
I ain't got to show up now. I
He
got
ain't got. I
guaranteed
got.
money. I got guaranteed money. I ain't got to show up now.
Hey, Clyde, you know they gonna send Parsons. They gonna send him, let him go packing. He ain't cracking. They thought he would be.
For some
Yeah,
reason,
we not gonna
Y'all
see him.
defense suck.
Parsons ain't going away.
He
I
ain't
know
going.
for a fact that
Put
you
your
want
money on it.
Parsons to go
Put your money
because
on
you
it.
hope
He
it.
gone. No, put your money on it. You do not put out this get this kind of result. You don't do that. That's Jerry Jones.
Oh, you got to turn on your notifications.
Who?
Hold on 1 second, y'all. I want to know what makes you think, Tony. What makes you think Parsons gonna leave? Give me your reason.
Money. Your defense is not performing. Your defense is not performing. You've let too many points go in these past 3 weeks. So it's all about money. It's past 2 weeks you let too many points go.
are they gonna have the
You're not
money to?
stopping.
That's what.
You're not
That's
stopping
what
the
I.
run.
But
Use
that's what I
that money.
believe.
Jerry smart now. Jerry done told y'all. Jerry said you ain't got to be smart to be a millionaire. You just gotta know the expectations. You gotta be able to predict and know what's gonna happen. You gotta look at the facts and just make the right call. And I think he gonna make the right call. I myself, I would not hand anybody else no more money. I went from a 12. What? Then y'all won how many in the past 3 years? Shit,
Hmm.
y'all right below Kansas City in the winning record. That's on the regular season. So, nah, I'm sorry.
How about the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Man, isn't that something? Justin Fields getting his clap back at Chicago. Huh? Played a good game
Hmm.
too. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm excited to see. I want to see what Cleveland gonna do. I'm really excited. I want to see what Cleveland gonna do.
You want to see who?
What Cleveland gonna do about Deshaun Watson? You got to eat that and let it go.
Oh,
You got to let that go. Yeah. So I'm excited
well,
to see. It's a damn shame. I'm already talking about. I'm ready to see what's gonna happen in the off season. Cause honestly, it just looked like nobody's gonna stop Kansas City. It just to me, it looked like nobody's gonna stop them. Uh,
no, I think Baltimore finna catch their stride now because the way the offense looked,
yeah,
the defensive problems. I think they just took their foot off the gas on the defensive side
yeah,
because they was up so big on Dallas.
yeah,
But the offense looked better than it did them first
yeah,
two games. So
yeah,
if they keep that rolling, and then don't forget, everybody always counts them out. They put up big numbers, and don't get me wrong, they put up big numbers. Buffalo, I'm talking about Buffalo. Buffalo puts up big numbers during the regular season, win a lot of games, and then they get to the playoffs and fall on their face. So, but I mean, it's got to
yeah,
be a time to where they can get over that hump,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and everything like that. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's some challengers out there for Kansas City, but it's just you can't fall into the trap of you scared of Kansas City. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Cause like I tell people back in Alabama heyday, Alabama had already beat them before they got off the bus because they were scared of Alabama when Alabama walked off the bus, the other team been scared of them. You know, so if you already scared of them and they ain't even suit up yet, you, that's a loss.
Yeah.
You done lost the mental game of football. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Early. You lost it
Yeah.
early.
Yeah. Yeah. You
So
got
I
it.
mean, that's my take on that. And
Well, as y'all know, we got a big game coming up this week. We got them Georgia Bulldogs versus that Crimson Tide. Prime time matchup.
7 o'clock Saturday night.
Who you taking and why?
I
I'm
wouldn't
rolling
take
with
it.
my wife's team. I'm rolling
Yeah.
with the Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? I like the dogs. They showed me something in Kentucky that even when the chips are down, they find a way to win. That's what champions do. You know, they problems and stuff was an easy fix. You know, so I'm going with the dogs. I'm fucking with them dogs. That my wife's team. You know, I'm down here. I'm 15 minutes from campus. You know, I saw a few of their players at the Popeyes Chicken the other night.
Yeah.
Looked like a car lot. Looked like a car lot out there. I said NIL at its best.
At his
One cat
best.
had a convertible Corvette.
Yeah.
One cat had a Cadillac with paper tags still on it. One of them had a Mercedes AMG,
Yeah.
and the other had a
Crazy.
Trackhawk.
Yeah.
I and when
Wow.
and when I tell you the quietest one now, the quietest one when they crunk up was the AMG.
Oh yeah.
And that's supposed to be Mercedes racing version. But
Mm.
compared when that vet crunk up, that Cadillac crunk up, and then don't even talk about that Trackhawk. When that Trackhawk crunk up,
Oh yeah.
oh, that closed shop. That thing was boy been rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but hey, I'm rolling with the dogs.
I think
All right, who you taking, Tony,
I
and
think
why?
Georgia has a great
You got to turn up your mic a little bit.
Georgia has a great defense. But Alabama is the more complete team. So,
Can't
but I
hardly hear you, Tony.
believe.
You can't hardly hear you. Turn up the mic
How's that? Can y'all hear me now?
a little bit more.
Can you hear me now? Now?
A little bit. Yeah, yeah,
Now?
but a little bit more.
Hey, can you hear me now?
All right, that's good. Yeah, right there.
All right. So, Alabama is the overall better team, complete team, but they really hadn't had any challenges yet. I'm gonna have to give it. If I had to put money on it, I think Georgia's gonna win this weekend outright. I just honestly, I believe outright they're gonna give Alabama a challenge. We don't know. We don't have Saban anymore, and the coach they have now, what's his name? Who's the coach now?
I have no idea. He
So
came
I
from
mean, him.
Of
Washington.
Alabama,
Yeah, who's the
Yeah, he
coach
came
some,
now?
from Washington.
somebody that ain't gonna be there that long.
Huh? Oh yeah, a
Somebody
couple of
who ain't gonna be there
losses.
that
A
long.
couple of losses. He's not going to be there. So
Mhm.
I think Georgia. Put your money on Georgia this week. Go ahead. Go ahead. Put
I
your money on
think that
Georgia.
game. I think that game is gonna come down to a field goal.
No, no, it's not.
Well, it won't be a blowout.
No,
Um,
mm-mm.
and the reason I say that, the reason I'll tell you right, the reason I say that, every year they play each other, that game be close. Right now, Vegas can't even get a line on the game. The line is one.
because
The line is one
because
and a half.
Alabama hasn't
Just close.
had a
Hold
good
on.
challenge yet. Look at
That's
Tell
clean
me
clothes.
Alabama wins already. Who did they win against? Talk about their wins. Go over their wins, Demon. Look it up.
Look,
Look up Alabama wins. Who did they win against?
all right, hold on 1 second. You don't
Look it up.
challenge me.
No,
You
I'm
don't
just
challenge me.
telling you. Look it up.
All right, I'm gonna look it up real
I
quick.
think Georgia's had a better challenge than Alabama. That was a tough game against Kentucky.
Well,
Look it up.
we
Kentucky,
can't say they fixed the schedule
bro. No,
because
it's
this schedule was
not a
set.
fixed schedule. It's not a fixed schedule. They just have not started the. This is like the start of their tough schedule.
Well, you know they play those mediocre games at the beginning.
Which I'm in agreement of. You shouldn't play teams that can't compete in the playoff system. That can't.
But they paying those teams.
I don't
to
care.
come, and those teams, some of those colleges are needing money.
Skyrocket, you looking at it?
Those games.
Skyrocket.
There you go.
Okay, and you're right. But one thing that differs from the NFL and college football does not have preseason games. The reason they schedule those teams is because, and that's why they did it back in the day. They needed somebody to work on before they got into the heart of their schedule.
Exactly.
But no, you looking at it from the small schools perspective. I'm looking at it from the big schools perspective. Sure, we'll pay somebody to come in here and play us. And like I said, this is from back in the day. Now that you have got corporate sponsors and all this into it, Clemson plays Georgia first game. Florida State plays Georgia Tech overseas first game. Not in the first game, Skyrocket.
No, their first SEC game back in the day.
See, I'm not talking about that, Skyrocket. We are talking. See, you keep jumping schedule. You're a Republican. You are a Republican because y'all never stick to the topic or stick to the question or the statement that was asked. Y'all always got to deflect and go somewhere else. You are a classic Republican. So don't sit there and laugh. Yeah. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, because you are doing a Republican playbook.
I vote for the person that I think will do the job.
We said whataboutism.
Yeah. But what they do,
who I think will do the job.
Okay, but what it is, they come in, the big schools, and this is from back in the day, but now that corporate sponsoring and all this, you got all these corporate sponsors that, okay, we want a big game at the beginning of the season. That's why you have your Clemsons play your Georgias at the beginning. That's why you have your Florida States going overseas playing your Georgia Techs in the beginning. Because in the beginning of the season, it used to be the South Carolina States against the Clemsons and stuff and games like that, because the big schools needed to go into a live contact game and see what kind of offense they got. It normally would be the first 2 weeks of college football when I was in my 20s coming up was straight garbage, because those were when you played those small schools, because you were trying to figure out what I got, what I need to improve on, and then go like that. So of course you had to pay them, because you had to give them a reason to want to play you, because they knew they were going to get beat. Now, in recent years, those teams have pulled some upsets. But back in the day, they knew they were going to get beat. So why am I going to just come to you and get whoop up on without benefit? And the money you're going to pay me going to finance my athletic department for other sports outside of football. But the whole thing about it is like Tony said, Alabama has really not played nobody yet. Georgia's going to be their first big test. And that was the reason, I believe, if you look at their schedule, they set it up for them to have a bye week, because they did not play this week. This weekend, they did not play. They set it up to have a bye week going into the Georgia game.
Yeah. So, you wouldn't do it, so I went ahead and did it. Georgia has played Clemson. Wait, stop. Clemson and Georgia played, and Georgia and Kentucky played. Alabama has played 3 teams that they beat the shit out of. They beat up on Wisconsin because Wisconsin lost their quarterback in the game.
Well,
yeah, and I watched the beginning of that game. Wisconsin was kind of hanging with them until they lost their quarterback.
Until they lost their quarterback. So
I'm
gonna tell you,
you can't say that game was a pushover game.
It's not. It wasn't a pushover game.
It wasn't a pushover game at the start.
That's right.
But when they
lost their quarterback.
And look here, okay, because I can go right back to last year. I can use the same thing they used on Florida State. Wisconsin wasn't the same team once they lost their quarterback.
Right. So I'll tell you right now, put your money on. Do not deflect from putting your money on Georgia to win the game.
The only reason I give Alabama and this game is going, I think it's gonna be close, is because they playing in Alabama.
Yes. Okay.
If they were playing here in Athens, I think
No.
Georgia would beat them by 10. Because Georgia will beat.
Do you think that game need to be played at a neutral location? Those big
No.
games?
No. Why we need to have all these neutral site games? Okay, that's why I need a neutral site game when I got a stadium that hold 80,000. When I got a stadium that hold Tennessee hold 100,000. My stadium just as big as the pro stadium I'm going to play in. All these neutral site games ain't nothing but an extra revenue stream because these corporations want them at neutral sites in pro stadium. My stadium holds the same amount of people. Why do I need to have a neutral site game anytime I play somebody in my conference that's a big game? All that is corporate sponsor and corporate greed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look at how the NCAA resisted the playoff system for so long. And now watch this year how big the viewership is going to be. Watch how much money they're going to be. They're going to sit there and look like, oh God, I can't believe we missed all of this money. Now every bowl game that comes across that TV, what's that? 6 bowl games are going to be very meaningful. When before it was what, 3?
And the thing about it is,
it's 7 games, 12 teams.
Okay,
12 teams, 7 games.
4 of them first games, half of the bracket in them first game, well, a little bit over half, they're going to be at the highest seeded team's home stadium.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. The first round of the playoffs is going to be at whatever the highest seeded team is. It's going to be at their home stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So it's a team will get a 14th game, and it might be home for them, a home game for them.
Yeah, the first 4, the top 4,
8 home game, you might have 9.
The top 4 teams get a bye. The top
4
teams
get a bye, and that leaves 5 through 12.
Yeah, 5 through 12. Those games are going to be at the highest seeded team's home stadium. So look how much money that's going to make for the school, because that is an extra home game for the highest seeded team. You got ticket sales, hotels in your area, restaurants, all that. There's more revenue coming into these college towns, because I got a big enough stadium. I got enough, and then a lot of your college towns, except for Clemson and even over here in Athens to a certain extent, but Georgia gunning that they can get a first round bye. But a lot of your big time college programs have enough hotels. Hotels are the problem because with Clemson, a lot of people may stay in Greenville and
Spartanburg,
Anderson, Greenville. Now they're gonna do Anderson, Greenville, Spartanburg is a little bit further out, but Anderson, Greenville, look how it's going. If Clemson makes one of the lower seeds, look how it's gonna help business-wise that entire upstate region.
Yeah.
Now a team like Texas, it's gonna help Austin, but Texas probably I'm picking Texas to win the SEC myself. I'm going by my prediction. They're gonna have a first round bye, but Austin is a big city. They got a lot of hotels. People gonna be in that town.
Quentin Ewers came back yet?
Nah, they looking for him. They say he getting better. They looking for him to be back this week.
What? Think about it. If you look at the top 10, you got 7 teams out the top 10 out of the same conference. When they set the playoff rules, they did not set in the rules that only a certain number of teams can go from one conference. So it's possible. Hold on now. So it's possible that the SEC might have 8 or the 12 teams in the thing.
Hold on
Skyrocket.
now. What you've done is they've guaranteed that the conference champion of each of there will not be a situation like Florida State again.
Yeah,
'Cause,
if you win
yeah.
your conference, you in.
You win your
You in.
conference, you in.
Yeah,
Conference USA gonna get somebody in.
yeah. Conference USA gonna get somebody.
Yeah. SWAC. I don't know.
Well,
The
not
SWAC,
not
not
the
the SWAC.
SWAT.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
All the 5 big. Nah,
The
the thing
five
about it,
bigs
that's
gonna
why.
get theirs in.
Well, it's 4 bigs now, cause
Yeah.
the
Well, yeah, because
Pac-12,
Pac-12 is gone right
but the
now.
Pac-12 is
The
now
Pac-2.
scrambling.
The
Yeah,
Pac-2.
but it's 3. It's 3. They got 3 teams.
What the third
What's the
team
third
at?
team?
It's what it is: Washington State, Oregon State, and
That's
Oregon
it.
State not in yet. They coming
No,
in
that's-
next season. It's gonna be
No,
the battle of
they-
the states. It's gonna be
they-
the battle of the states next year. Fresno State, Oregon State, Washington State.
Oregon State and Washington State is still in what they consider the Pac-12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in, but they have no other team.
Yeah,
That's
they
it.
ain't got
there's only
enough teams.
teams in it right now.
They ain't got enough teams. They ain't got enough teams to be considered an actual conference.
Yeah. They only got the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they only got 2. So
but
They-
they
they,
scrambling. They scrambling to try to get like them. They trying to.
Well, they
what
got
they
the-
trying to do is raid the Mountain West. They trying to steal the Mountain West teams.
yes.
Yeah, like your Wyomings
Yeah.
and all that. They trying to raid the Mountain West, and what they trying to do is raid them with the thing. Okay, if you come over here and we name Pac-12, we're gonna go back to the NCAA, and whoever wins us gets an automatic bid in the playoffs. That's their selling point. That's the point they trying to sell.
Yeah.
Okay, so next year, and just straight from Google, the 4 teams that's going to be in the Pac-12 will be Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, and San Diego State. So it'll be the battle of the states. Yeah. Now they say these schools will join Oregon State and Washington State. So that gives them 6 for the Pac-12 next year.
I think you need. I mean,
Open
6
that-
might be enough. I thought you needed to have 8.
Leave it.
No, I don't know. Let's see. Hold on.
I mean, it might not be a written. It might not be a
school.
written rule. It might not be a written rule, but I thought at least 8 teams. You needed at least 8 teams.
Let's see. How many teams is needed to make a conference?
But why he's doing all of that, I really,
Yeah.
you were talking about the NIL thing, and I really truthfully hope that some college organization comes through and puts a little control on NIL because
Okay.
I think it could potentially, what's going on now can potentially ruin the prestige of college football. I don't like it. It's just, the incentive
See, there you go.
The incentive should be there for the players because they do bring in a lot of money. But we were talking about
Okay,
being
16.
college players being able to make money while they're in school when before they couldn't make a dime without being sanctioned or something. So I really think I don't want college football to end up like college basketball. College basketball is not good right now. Women's college, women's college is perfect.
College basketball is not going to end up like college football because of the NFL. The NFL collectively bargained in the players union and players association
Yeah.
that you have to be 3 years out of your graduating class.
I'm talking about like back in our younger days. Y'all remember?
No, it's 3 years removed from school.
You remember
That's-
back in
that's-
our
Skyrocket. That's what I just said. I just said it differently than what you said.
you did repeat. You just repeated the same thing he said. But you remember when we were coming up, March Madness was a big event, especially here in Columbia. We would go down in 5 Points and bar hop and watch the games.
Yeah.
And you knew all the college basketball players because they went to those
They,
colleges, they played, and
and they've
you
been
know
there. They've been there for 3-4 years.
3 4 years they played, and so when they went into the pros, you knew who they were when they got into the pros. I mean, really now, bro, I don't know nobody who coming out of college into the pros right now. That one and done, and hey, I think they should just, if you that good to go to the NBA, just go to the G League and don't even bother going to college. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting. It's all the money is ruining the integrity of the sport, the fun of the sport to me.
No, but the thing about it is they could have stopped that just like the NFL did.
Yeah.
They could have collectively bargained just like the NFL and said, no, you need to be 3 years out of your graduating high school year,
Hmm.
your class. Whatever your year class was when you entered your senior year of high school, they need to be 3 years out before you can come to our league. The
Hmm.
NBA could have done that. The NBA didn't want to do that, you know, because of the fact that the NBA wants this young talent. They because you got to look at it, and I don't take nothing from him. I think he's the greatest basketball player in the world, greatest basketball player of all time. LeBron James would not. I don't believe he. And that's just my opinion. He would not have lasted 20 years in the NBA if he had to go to 4 years of college, because
No,
that
he
would have
wouldn't.
been that would have
He
been.
wouldn't.
But no, and I'm not saying because his talent. That would have just been 4 more years of
He would have been
somebody
burnt out.
beat. No, he done played the same amount of time. Skyrocket. Listen to what I'm saying. He done played the same amount
No,
of time.
no, no. It would have been the same amount of time, but it'd be less amount of years in the NBA. So if he would have went to 4 years of school, he would have only been in his 16th year in the NBA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
He would have been so that I'm saying he got it's like he got an extra 4 years, you
yes,
know. And everybody blaming that on, oh, that's the only reason he won the scoring title, because he got an extra 4 years, you know, that because he was good enough.
Dude
He
is a
was the exception to
generational.
the rule.
He's a generational talent. I mean,
No, he ain't
and,
no generational talent. He a once in a
oh yeah,
lifetime talent.
oh
He a
he's
once
a
in a
lifetime
lifetime.
talent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he a once in a
yeah,
lifetime.
yeah. He's a once. You're right. He's a once in
Yeah,
a lifetime
he's a
talent.
once in a lifetime talent.
So yeah, he can go play pro basketball right out of high school because he
Yeah,
possessed the physical. He possessed all the physical attributes and skill to be,
yeah.
at that level. Yeah, definitely.
Because the thing about it is, and Jordan went to college. Kobe didn't go to college, and I got an argument for folks on that same end. When Jordan got to college, he was not the best player on his college team.
Oh no, he wasn't. He was not.
When
Hmm.
Kobe got to the NBA, he was not the best player on his
That's right.
NBA team.
He was not.
When LeBron James got to Cleveland,
He was the
LeBron James was
best.
the best player on Cleveland's team.
Amen to that.
he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Hey, y'all play around. Hold
Was
on, hold on.
Cleveland?
No, no,
Think
no,
about
no,
it.
no. He was the
Before,
best to me. He was the best
listen,
player in the Eastern Conference.
listen. Before LeBron came
yeah.
to
Now
Cleveland,
that is
listen,
debatable
listen.
too. That's
Before
debatable too. Yeah.
before LeBron came to Cleveland, they claimed the fame was Mark Price.
Well, that's the history. We ain't talk about the history. We'll talk about
Yeah,
actual dudes that
yeah,
were on the team
yeah.
when they drafted LeBron and they flew him to Cleveland
It was a
from the,
retirement village. Did that's where you
you know,
went to go to play. That's where you went to go play the rest of your years and sit down when you was at the end of your career. You went to Cleveland.
Not personal. I have nothing against him personal. About the LeBron James as a fan. From a fan's perspective, I really fell out of liking him when he did the television thing and say he was going to Miami. I felt like that was weak to go and team up with a bunch of superstars who are already a superstar coach, superstar players. You went and basically you wanted a title so bad that I feel like his title in Miami. I don't think what he got 2 in Miami.
Yeah.
It
How many
was
did he
done
get?
before
Hold
them.
on, shut up. Answer the thing. Did he
He
get
got
2
2.
in Miami? He got 2.
He got 2.
The best title LeBron ever won was the second time he was in Cleveland, and when he bought them back from what 3-1. Oh,
Yeah.
come on, man. That to me made him a legend because he took a basically subpar team. He was surrounded by subpar players, and he took them on his back and came back against the great Golden State Warriors and won a title. Man, you
I ain't gonna say they were subpar. I ain't gonna
but
say they were subpar.
they were role players.
But no, Kyrie Irving was on that team. Remember, Kyrie Irving was on that team, and Kevin Love, Kevin Love was on that team.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna say they were subpar. But Tony, going back to what you say, and I believe you putting, once again, I'm gonna use your own words. You putting feelings over facts.
Stop throwing fire in my eye.
So
why
Tony,
why you throwing fire in my eye?
Tony, I'm gonna give you an example and tell me what you would do. You're an electrician by trade. That's your business. That's your money. You know electricity.
Yeah.
Okay. Say you was with a company that never bought, and I don't know too much about electricity, but I know y'all got safety equipment and proper stuff and all kind of stuff like that. They brought the wrong wires all the time. They had the wrong wires, but they told you make it work.
Yeah.
They didn't have all the proper equipment and tools that you needed to get the job done, but they told you make it work.
Yeah.
Then along came another company. Say, Tony, we got all the right tools. We got all the equipment. We got a boom truck. You ain't got to use a ladder to get up to the light pole no more. We got a boom truck. We gonna lift you up there with. Would you have?
Oh my God.
And we gonna pay you more money. Would you have stayed at the company you was at, or would you go with the new company?
There you go. So I got dedication. I've been with this company for a long time. I'm very dedicated to them. I work hard for them. No, hold on. I work hard for this company. Who I am as a person. I'm loyal to this company. I'm not going.
But you underappreciative.
I'm going to try and grow this country.
But the owner done told you. No, the owner done told you ain't no growth. Ain't no growth. This is what we gonna do. I ain't going to get you no help. I ain't going to get you no help. The owner done told you. Because the thing about it is, they had a chance. Cleveland had a chance to get Amari Stoudemire. Y'all remember Amari Stoudemire?
Oh yeah.
They had a chance to get Amari Stoudemire in his Phoenix. Remember, he was at Phoenix.
Yeah.
At his Phoenix prime, they had a chance to get him then. They said no to Phoenix. And they went and got Antoine Jameson.
That wasn't the boom truck.
They thought he had more tread left on the tires.
That wasn't the boom truck.
Amari Stoudemire was in his prime at Phoenix.
He was in his prime. He was young.
Yeah.
But then you got to look at this. What was he asking for to come over there?
It didn't matter what he was asking for. They had it. And they had a chance to get him. But they said no. So I am not mad at him. I'm not mad at the way he done it because he raised money for a charity, the Boys and Girls Club of Akron. Yeah. I'm not mad at the decision, his announcement, and I'm not mad at him leaving. The only reason them old heads mad at it because they could not do it. Y'all asses was signing 10-year contracts back then, and you could not. All them holler, oh, I'll never go play with my artist. You couldn't do it. So you never had that choice because your ass was locked in to 10-year contracts. Now these dudes are smart enough, they only signing 3-year, 5-year contracts. Because what they're telling these owners, if you don't have your shit together in 3 to 5 years, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Why you think Scottie Pippen? Why you think Scottie Pippen was so mad with the Bulls? Scottie, you the one signed a bad contract.
Oh, he stuck himself now.
Yeah, but how they would get them fellas back then was that signing bonus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't pay. They just say, "Oh, you finna give me $1 million now," but not realizing, okay, you signed this shit. I got your ass locked up from 7 to 10 years,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and over that 7 to 10 years, your money gonna start going down as your play go up. But your money, I'm gonna give you all this money up front. But as once you hitting your prime and your stride and you dominating, it's gonna be a cat that came along behind you that's making more than you
Yeah.
because I got you locked in. So don't they all oh, and I'm what's considered an old head because I grew up in the Jordan era and I saw him in the Barkley era. If they could have done it, they would have done it. But they couldn't do it because they were signed and they blame loyalty and they holler that loyalty shit and I'm a competitor and everything like that. No, you couldn't do it. That's why you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. But in these days and time now of the NBA and NFL, loyalty is as long as your sleeve right now.
Oh,
If a
they're
player, because the reason, especially in the NBA, we always have this narrative. What defines your legacy in the NBA? Is it the rings you won or what you did? And a lot of players believe if they don't win the ring or the big one, they really didn't do nothing. So you got teams, you got players that's gonna jump ship to chase a ring. Think about it.
Okay,
It's been
okay.
for the last couple of years.
But the thing about it is that's a double-edged sword because you got some of them, and they asked this question on Gilbert Arenas' podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have made $40 million and won? Because they used Robert Orr. Because I think his career earnings was a little bit more than 40, if I ain't mistaken. I don't know the exact number. I think it was around 50 something $1 million. His whole career earning. And they asked the question.
Championships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather? I think he got 7. Would you
7.
rather have 7 rings and $50 million, or no rings and $300 million? And one guy said he'd rather have the money
I heard.
because
I heard that too.
yeah, because the thing about it, Skyrocket, legacy, your legacy in the NBA. Would you
Phase
rather
of
have a
time.
legacy in the NBA with the media, or would you rather have a legacy with that I created generational wealth for my family?
It's gonna be the generational wealth.
Yeah, it'll be the generational wealth.
Yeah.
Now, some guys, especially in this modern era NBA, have the opportunity to do both. Some guys done got their money up front. So now they are looking, and I'm not mad at it. If I done made $300 million, but I don't have no ring, and I got maybe 4 years left in the NBA, of course I'm going to a team that's a competitor or a contender. Because now I can satisfy myself. I got the money for my family, but now I can satisfy my desire to be a champion by going over here with these guys and getting me a championship. Main case in point, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant had made a lot of money at OKC with his outside endorsements, shoe deals, commercials, all that stuff. And OKC kept falling short. And he knew ownership was gonna break that team up. Because you see how they had done ship hard, no. You know? So he was like, hey, I'm out of here. I got money. They gonna pay me. I can still make money. I can go get that ring now. Same thing LeBron chose. LeBron knew he was gonna make money, barring injury. LeBron knew and he gave Cleveland all the time to get him some help. Everybody kill me on that shit. They act like Michael Jordan won them championships by himself. No, he didn't. You know, but if you look at the media, Mike was killing them 5-on-5. Everybody needs help in a team sport. Unless you playing tennis or golf, you need a team.
Yeah, and it's no iron team.
Hey, it sure. I'm gonna tell you like Kobe said. It sure is a ME in that motherfucker.
I knew you were to say that. I knew you would say. Kobe said,
you know, after LeBron, we will be in search of who's going to be that next, you know, generational superstar.
Okay, let me ask you this.
When Jordan stepped out before LeBron, we had Kobe and Shaq.
Yes.
So, you know, who
okay.
are you going to have after LeBron?
So say let's say this is LeBron farewell tour. Boom. After the season, he called the quits. He's leaving right off to the sunset. He done did what he wanted to do, play 1 year with his son. That was, he said, his career, that's his goal. He do it. Boom. After the end of the season, how many years do you think we're gonna have to wait before we find our next big star in the NBA?
You never can tell.
You ain't gonna have to wait. You ain't gonna have to wait. Because they already now whether they play is equal to it, I don't know. But if you look at what you got to do is look at TV, look at media, look at trends, especially in this era. They already got who they finna bring up.
It would have been Ja, but he fucked that up.
Yeah, but they already got his
Minnesota. What he played for
it's
Minnesota?
Ant-Man. All they need to do is two dudes now. All they need to do is not get hurt, and they're gonna hype him up. They're gonna push him. They're gonna push him. They're gonna have him on so much goddamn products and in your TV, just like LeBron was, just like Jordan was, just like Kobe was until Kobe wanted to fuck white girls in the ass. You know, but that's another thing.
Why you always keep bringing that up?
It's funny.
It was disappointing.
Yeah, but here go right here. Is Webb and
that man learned from his wicked ways and he got married.
Okay, Scott, there you go. We going back to the topic Tony was talking about. Tony is Webb and Yada and Ant-Man.
Yeah. Which I don't think they can bring that level.
It ain't about play. It ain't about play.
Talking about not the play, but I don't think, like you said, they're gonna need the media is gonna trump them up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's gonna be because you could look at it. He was already the face of the French team in the Olympics.
Yeah,
but you had other veteran dudes on the French team that play in the NBA.
Yeah,
but Webb Yada was the face of it.
Yeah,
and we already know here in America. Like I said, it was gonna be Ja. But Ja keep fucking up. So now they done switch to Ant-Man. Now watch. Ant-Man is going to get out of Minnesota. Mm-hmm. As long as Popovich is still coaching San Antonio, Wembanyama going to stay in San Antonio. Now, when Pop leave, it's fair game then.
Yeah.
Mm. They're going to get both of them. They're going to get both of them to big market teams.
Yeah.
If like I said, Pop stay there and San Antonio start competing and everything like that, because San Antonio is a small market, but they got a rich basketball history with the team.
Yeah.
Minnesota does not have a history in the NBA. And they don't want the face of one of the faces of the NBA in Minnesota.
Well, didn't Kareem play for Minnesota?
No, Kareem played for Milwaukee.
Yeah, he played for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
And then he went to the Lakers.
Remember, Tony, Minnesota was an expansion team.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say they came in with the original Charlotte Hornets.
No, they were here before then.
They were here way before us. Charlotte Hornets came in with Memphis.
No.
No.
Memphis
No,
came in with
Memphis
Memphis used
came
to
in
be the
with,
Vancouver
Pelicans.
Who
Grizzlies.
Charlotte Hornets came in with? Because they always do it in pairs.
It was
that was-
Minnesota, the original
No.
Charlotte Hornets. Yes,
the
you are.
original, with
The
Minnesota?
original Charlotte Hornets came in, I believe, with Minnesota.
No.
Because the Pelicans used to be the original Charlotte Hornets. They moved from Charlotte to New Orleans.
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1989. You're right. He 100% right. He right. They came in 1989.
Yeah.
Miami
Yep.
Heat.
Yeah. No.
88, Miami Heat.
No, the Minnesota Timberwolves came in 89.
Listen. I'm reading it, and I'm finna post it. It says,
Skyrocket.
huh?
We're not talking about the Miami Heat. We're
Yeah,
not
we're
talking
not
about
talking about-
Charlotte.
Yeah,
We're talking about when
Minnesota.
did Minnesota come in the league?
Minnesota is relatively a new team. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know why.
They have
I
no
get them
history.
in. I get
So who
them
came
and,
in with Minnesota?
that wasn't a conversation.
But who came in with them? Because somebody else had to come in with them.
It probably was no, cause it probably was the Grizzlies.
It might have
When
been
did-
the Grizzlies.
Cause remember the Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the point, Skyrocket, that ain't what we talking. We talking about Minnesota has no history because they are relatively
they're
a
relatively
young
new-
franchise.
young-
They
yeah.
have no
They
history.
really don't know.
That's why I'm saying, unless Ant-Man can make them, if Ant-Man win a championship with them, that may. But as long as if he just scoring, doing all the scoring, rather dazzle, and don't win no championship, they're gonna want him to move on to a big market team.
Yeah.
Or a team. You can be a small market team, but a small market team with a history.
Mm-hmm.
Like a San Antonio. San Antonio has a history. You know, Miami Heat got a history. You know what I'm saying? So those teams that have won championship, the NBA would like to sway stars toward them because it's already set up, because those cities and those towns have a history of winning championships. They know how to put on stuff and deal with stuff, and the media's there and everything like that because they have a history with the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right.
But
You're
man, let's wrap it up, man, because I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah. I was just finna say it's time to go. Even though we started, I went live late, but we done been over our hour, so we're good. Listen, show countdown. How many days we got?
We got 31 days. Well, 32 days because you check in.
31 days in a wake up. 31 days in a wake up. That we call it.
Now, Skyrocket, I am going to look at it again. That Friday night is UNLV's homecoming. They play at
Rebels?
the Running Rebels. Not basketball, this football.
I know.
Yeah, they play at the Raiders Stadium. They got a Friday night game, 7:30 Friday night. And I seen a ticket for $100. So that might be where I'm at Friday night.
Ho. Because somebody say the first thing they going to do when they get there is go to sleep.
I am. Skyrocket, I'm going to get there at 11 o'clock. My flight lands at 11 o'clock.
Mine too.
Okay.
Mine too. But listen, before we go, somebody else is getting ready to go. This Thursday.
So you talking about countdown? Shoot, boy, I'm counting down less than 5.
Well, he got. Hey, he got days. He ain't got a month.
Man,
He
I
got
ain't
days.
got months. I got days.
Yeah,
before I
that
go.
brother getting ready to leave us.
Hey, you
So,
know,
Yeah.
hey, you know how it is. You're sitting there and I done sit there. I done learned everything I could about the boat, where this at, where that at, what pool I'm gonna hang out at, what excursion I'm gonna go on, what food
Yeah.
I'm gonna taste. I can't eat shit, but what food I'm gonna taste. Oh, you know I'm on it, man. I done went and bought yesterday. Went out, bought some new shoes. They got a white party. Gonna go out this week and find me
Oh,
find me
white
a
outfit. Oh,
white outfit. You know what I'm saying? Go get go get my hair cut. I'm gonna get my hair cut in. Boy, I'm ready to go.
Hey, you gotta
Hey.
get that haircut the day before you
The day
you
so I can
leave.
stay, yeah, so I could be sharp on that mother.
Sharp
But you know,
and
they
fresh.
got a barber shop on the boat. I bet you that mug costs like hell
Yeah,
though.
yeah, you ain't
Yeah,
what.
but
But then look here, they
Huh?
might be just cut. They cut they don't cut our hair. They don't cut our hair. They,
you know, I'm
they,
ready to go.
yeah.
Yeah. Done told my dogs. Hey, got a dog sitter. About to pay my daughter to watch the dogs. I'm just ready to go. Gonna go
Oh
and
yeah,
just,
you about to
you
get
know,
it
ready
in.
to go
There
and
go
have
Soldier
a.
B. There go Soldier B.
Hey, oh man, I was gonna tell my brother. I was gonna shout out to him. All prayers to you,
There you go,
brother,
right
and
there. There you go. There you
all
go.
prayers. Love you, love your family, man, and we here. I'm here. As a family man, I'm here, and I'm here to listen to you. If you need somebody to talk to, brother, I love you.
Right on, man. I appreciate it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
got
hear
you.
you
Oh,
We
good.
got
okay.
you.
Where
We
you at?
got you.
Yeah. So I'm in the garage, man. Just made it home from the hospital and whatnot,
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, man, I was like, let me see if these boys still on, man. See what's up with him and whatnot, man. So I know
Man, we was talking
I ain't
about
been
before.
on in a minute, man. So
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've been on. Been going through some stuff. A lot of events have been happening. You know what I mean? It's like it seemed like every weekend something going on. So, you know, I'll be back in rare form, saying once I get all my homebound stuff, taken care of and whatnot. You know what I
Take
mean?
your
So I wanted to
time. Take your time.
come in and shout out the brothers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
So,
Appreciate it.
you know. But I
Appreciate
know
it.
Oh,
y'all put it down.
yeah. Oh,
Oh yeah.
I got a tip for you, man. And
What you got? What you got?
you can use it anytime he get out of line.
What you got? What you got?
Tell
What you got?
Tony, look here. That sound like feelings, not facts.
Oh, that's
Hey,
what you use. That's
Yeah,
what you use, right?
yeah,
it sounds like
yeah.
feelings, not facts.
That sound like anything. Hey, and we out here, hey, and he getting emotional, and he getting emotional by himself. Say, hold up, brother. That
Yeah.
sound like feelings, not facts.
Say that shut it down, dog. That
Oh,
shut
Yeah.
it
that's
down.
it. I mean, you be
Hey,
like, oh shit.
Listen, listen. Hey,
Oh man.
real quick, Barrett.
Yeah.
Two people on this podcast, teams got their first win this weekend. Florida State got their first weekend yesterday, and Carolina Panthers got their first win today.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody's up to slide right now.
Yeah.
Everybody got at least one win.
Yes, sir.
hey, hold up, man. Hold
Hey,
up, man.
Baltimore just picked one up against your boys, though.
No, that's what
Hell
I'm saying.
yeah,
That what
that's what I'm
and this
saying.
what Tony told him. This what Tony told him
Baltimore
earlier.
just, yeah.
Hey, this what Tony told him earlier. Hold up, Skyrocket. Carolina and the Cowboys got the same
Got the
record.
same
Yeah.
record.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, well, we ain't gonna talk about them Texans and how they blew their lead today.
Hey, but we still in the winning column too, though. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? We all fighting for it. You know what I mean?
So, like I said last week, the season is early, and we got a long way to go and a
Yeah.
long road ahead of. We still
Yeah.
got 18. We still this is week 3, and we
Week
still
3.
got 14, 15 more weeks to go. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a long way.
Yeah,
got a
sound like
long
there's gonna
way.
be a lot of trash talking going on.
Oh yeah, it started off good today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but Skyrocket though. Skyrocket.
Huh.
Ask your boys about Derrick Henry.
I saw him trunking. Hey, I saw him trunking them Negroes, bro.
Yeah. He
was
showed out
trucking them
today.
now.
He showed out today, man. He showed
Hey,
out.
man. Skyrocket.
Bloop, bloop.
I figured out, man, how he get them stiff arms like that, man. He be scratching his ass while he in the huddle. And then somebody stick his hand. He was
Kinda like straight jocking ass.
Hey, Skyrocket. It ain't that he was stiff arming them. They was running from his stank fingers. Go on.
Stop playing, man. Stop playing with. Watch that. Man, watch that.
They got back in the huddle, man, and said, Derrick, play too much, man. I ain't going over there by no more.
No, you tackle him.
Yeah. Man. I don't smell that, man. You smell his hand.
Oh, man.
What about them Seahawks?
Saddle.
What about those Seahawks?
What you say, old crazy? Looking crazy. What's going on, crazy?
What about them Seahawks?
Oh, he old Seahawk, man. He out there on the West Coast.
Man. What about him? Hey. Gino say I'm no joke. Gino say what he say? I ain't writing back.
They had to wrote Gino off, but Gino said he ain't writing back.
He ain't writing back. But it is true. It is true about the quarterback system. Green Bay is always doing it, seem to always do it right. And I feel bad and Gino got done like Bryce Young too now. These guys don't automatically, not all guys who come out from college need to be starting.
Right.
Well,
you said the right thing, Tony. Because just like the Panthers, they had to sit your boy down and say, "Hey, man, you gonna have to, pick up some pointers."
Did it. Hey,
so
Open did it. Hey, they actually Las Vegas right now. What happened? They said Andy was on the sideline, Barney was calling the game, and Opie was the quarterback.
Hey, I don't like your jokes, man. I really don't.
But that's true though. You're right. People sometimes just because they come out, they ain't ready. Ain't all them quarterbacks are. Hell, even some of your receivers are not just, automatically prepared for the league. So, it's just kind of, it's a whole different situation. Because they came out of college, most of them come out of college, and so you playing the best of the best, and you can actually see that difference, on that level of play. Because it's entirely different level of play. They're different. Okay. You can't run them same high school and college schemes on a lot of these players, in this league. So
and let me ask you this question. Hold on now. Let's talk about this. Name the last good Alabama or Ohio State quarterback. Name them.
I don't know if I can. Never followed them like that.
But they don't. They
recent. If he didn't get hurt, the best Alabama quarterback that looked like he was having was Tua.
Oh, Tua. Okay. Yeah. Well, Tua's not.
And the guy before him. What was the one before him that left?
Don't count.
Jalen Hurts.
He didn't play.
Jalen Hurts.
He went to another school. Let's not talk
AJ McCrone. McCarron. AJ McCarron.
He sucked. He sucked in the NFL.
He sucked in the NFL. Yeah.
Yep. Matt Jones sucked.
Tony, you say we can't talk about Taylor, but Taylor left because he lost his starting tour. And he wanted to play. The man had heart. He wanted to be out there and play. Let me ask you this, Tony.
That's not a conversation about Jalen Hurts. He I don't
No, but
consider him
then
an
okay,
Alabama.
and then the one from Ohio State, is he playing right now for the Texans, C.J. Stroud? Because
Yeah.
before
The best
that,
one.
Ohio State they ain't really had a dominate. No, they ain't really had. But I mean, okay, if you want to go back a little bit further, you know, you can say Justin Fields. You know,
Well,
he got the Steelers 3-0. He got the Steelers 3-0.
You're right.
hey, who was Blake Sims? He was out of who was Blake Sims?
Yeah, that was the
from-
little short black dude. He was more of a running quarterback for Alabama.
Yeah,
Short running,
sucked.
yeah. But no, I mean,
didn't get drafted.
yeah, because his style didn't flip
Nobody
over.
wanted that. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody didn't want that
Well,
style.
Tony,
You
let me ask you this.
Just because you're great in college, that's just like a basketball player who's great in college and he putting up 40 points. Listen now, boy, when he come to NBA, you cut that shit down to a third. Cause see, when you playing just like Barrett say, when you playing against you are on a superstar team playing against a bunch of high school students who are not at that caliber. When you step to the NFL and the NBA, boy, you playing with nothing but the hardest criminals there is. Hey, hey, boy, hey, them guys at the tip top of their profession. The worst player in the NFL is a number one college recruit, right?
Yeah, you green. You know what I mean? When you green.
Yeah. Shit, the worst NFL player is a top 10 college recruit.
Yeah, but I mean, and I understand what Tony's saying. Yeah, he's right. I mean, you go find the last player on every NBA bench and look at his high school stats. Look at some of his college stats. Some of them didn't go to college now, but look at their high school stats. They was the star of their high school.
Yeah.
But Tony, it's a numbers game too. I believe that the NBA is the hardest because of the limited numbers. You know, the NBA is the hardest roster to make. You know.
Oh, it is. It is.
Well, there's less spots in the NBA too.
Spots.
You know, that's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. It's the hardest. Going by the numbers, it's the hardest. It's the hardest to make. Numbers.
Well, the higher you go, the less the number is.
So, but it's another thing. It's another thing that's hard to do because you got some guys. We don't forgot about Major League Baseball. You got some guys that become minor league that spend their whole career in the minor league.
That's true too.
Yep.
That's true too.
That's true.
Never get called up to the show.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's the thing now. Now that they've, I don't know what it's been 2 years since they have the, you have your minor league teams that are like plugged into your regular pro teams. So they can call you up. So
the farm system.
Yeah. So
every major league team has a farm team.
Because I know with us, with the Stros, we call one up. It seems like we call one up every year from somewhere, whether it be a pitcher or an outfielder, and then we'll lose good players because of that. Like they'll come in and play and show out, and then you won't see. You know what I'm saying? You won't see like Gurriel. Well, fuck it, we're gonna trade Gurriel. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have players like that. Then they get called up and they come in and them boys are taking spots, man. So yeah, you're right. They got a field.
Your spot can be taken. If you want a spot, you better buy a dog and name a spot. That's the only spot you got.
I tell you, players that you ain't gonna take the place of. A lot of them Dominican players, man. Them boys go out there and they hold steady in their positions, man. If that means getting better by Thursday and it's goddamn Tuesday, they ass will be right on it. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what? I'm gonna sound ugly when I say this about baseball. I believe not having a lot of American players in the baseball game has sort of taken the fun out of it. Because you have so many, from
Dominicans
different,
and yeah.
different countries, and when it was more Americans, playing the game, it was a better product to me, and I just feel like, why don't we have more black people in it? I thought more
Baseball is
black people
expensive.
would it is, but I thought more black people would go into the baseball game. But now
Baseball,
you got white guys falling out of the game, and black people don't want to play it.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
reason
that's
Yeah,
black,
true.
it ain't that they don't want to play it. Baseball is expensive.
yeah, it is. It
Hello?
is, no doubt.
Well, I mean, at the same time, it ain't necessary. I wouldn't say the fact that it's expensive, but a lot of, and let's look at the how things change throughout different generations. So we don't have a lot of generational, like our generation would be teaching the next generation baseball, but even our generation expects far, especially the brothers, because we got enough going on, in life with everything that's going on, hell, for the last 20 years, 30 years, you know what I mean? But we don't really teach our kids, what I'm saying, that sport. It's almost like I hang on to it because my dad taught me baseball, and he was a pitcher for the Raiders, you know what I'm saying, down in Eastover, South Carolina. You know what I'm talking about? So those are the moments. And then we played for Tony's Lounge, you know what I'm saying? So, but after that, yeah, we used to play for Tony's Lounge, and, that was still fun there, but we didn't like, push that on the kids because the world started to change in essence to where there was a lot more, and we can blame this on technology and all kinds of other stuff, but ultimately I can say it's on us too that we don't do that. But we got a lot more busy since those days, so so they really don't, gravitate toward that because they don't see us kind of really gravitate toward that, so
Yeah,
we'd rather be NFL, guys, or, you know what I mean? It's just that baseball just not that, it's for the chosen few that like baseball. You know what I mean? The
yeah,
people that like all sports, we kind of
yeah,
gravitate towards, the sports that we like, but we have never, that's why a lot of the young black kids don't really get into to baseball like that because they don't have that, that desire, that would be given to them from our generation. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Say go out
It,
there
it,
and
I mean, I kind of disagree with that to a certain extent. That's a part of it to a point, but the main reason is baseball got so expensive. Baseball became like golf to the inner city kids. Okay, a lot of inner city kids grew up in single parent households to where mom couldn't afford all the expenses of baseball. Baseball, you
Exactly.
need
well,
Exactly.
well,
it's a community gym around for basketball to
right,
where,
right.
but a lot of communities and parks didn't take care of their baseball fields because there was a lot
That's
of
true.
land to keep up.
That's true.
So baseball didn't baseball kind of got
Push to the
it
side.
pushed to the side, and it was too expensive for low income families to where your better athletes were at, because those guys were hungry. It's a difference between hungry and wanting to eat,
But
you
but
know.
but the exposure. I'm looking at it from the point of the exposure. Like you said, they didn't take care of all the parks. You know what I mean? A lot of parks just went to, just went to shit. And,
Yeah,
we used to enjoy going to a softball, baseball game or whatever. But
yeah,
like you said, exposure has a lot to do with that too, because they're just not exposed to it like we were. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
weren't exposed because the parks were closing down because
yeah,
of budget cuts and
yeah,
funding. And then on the high school level, at some high schools, baseball wasn't a revenue generating sport to
right.
where, but if you look at baseball has some of the highest equipment price,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
you
Oh, yeah.
know, to
Oh,
where
yeah.
you asking a single mother to go get me a $300 $400 bat, you
But
know.
so you see it, but we looking at it this way then too. So we kind of got to put this all into not only is it they don't have that exposure to it anymore, but the equipment costs a lot more. It's harder for them because, like you said, with the single mom. So this is a root. This is like the outskirts of a deep rooted problem. So you know what I mean? Like a lot of males aren't in the households, so with their families like that. So a lot of black men aren't even there to even. So it comes from a seed and it just kind of blossoms out. You know what I mean? To other complications.
And then it's also in this generation, it's an embarrassment thing because I've watched a lot of documentaries and films on the Dominican players. All of them are poor. Those guys will go get sticks and balls. But okay, just imagine if your kid showed up to one of these parks and all these other kids. This is how, that's why I compare it to golf in America. Baseball is like golf in America. You can't show up and not have a $200 bet, a $300 bet. The other kids gonna laugh at your kid. Oh man, where you going?
Yeah.
Where you going with that? And then once your kid gets embarrassed, Mama,
he didn't want to play no more. Yeah, he don't want to play no more.
But if you look at the documentaries on these Dominican players, all of they running around there barefoot, all of them in the same boat, and they home, all of them home.
Yep.
Now one of them got more than the other one, so they like it's not embarrassed that I'm over here with no shoes on playing because the whole team ain't got no shoes on.
Yeah.
But you go do that at these American parks, they're gonna laugh at your kid if your clothes your uniform ain't neat, it ain't tight. Oh man, they bummed, they sorry, they broke, And the kids ain't gonna want to do that no more because they don't want to get embarrassed.
That's right. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Well, look at me. I love talking with you guys, but y'all done took me to 9 o'clock, man, and I made me some red beans and rice, and I'm finna go eat.
Yes, indeed.
Well, listen, before you leave, tickets are now $38 for that game.
Okay, is it down there? I'm sitting down. I'm talking about $100 sitting down low. No, I was on the sideline. I was on the sideline behind UNLV bench for $111 on TickPicks, and that's with no service charge.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. All right, y'all. Closing remarks real quick. Let's get up out of here.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and say this, man. Sorry I got on late, guys, but y'all know what I got going on, man. Hey, I hope everything's gonna turn out, cool. I share all the details. I'm thinking about putting it on a podcast about what's going on, because what she's going through right now, it's probably several other people that are going through it too. So once I get all the details and everything worked out, man, I don't mind sharing the story with you guys. So y'all hang in there and I'll give y'all more details, when I find out everything. So appreciate y'all being with me, man. And I'll holler at y'all.
All right.
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
You're on mute, Tony.
Am I?
There you go. There you go.
Right, there you go.
Uh-oh.
Is that he got that
You got that.
We can't hear you, Tony.
Yeah, you don't say. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
We
don't know
Hey,
y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
All right. So, life, things that go on in life and people's personal life is more important than anything we can discuss on here. So I just really want my brother to know that, my family, and I know my brothers here, we're with you every step of the way. Like I said again, you need somebody to talk to. You make sure you call. You make sure you call. Don't hesitate. Because I'm here to listen and I'm here to share any experience I got. And like you say, some people can be going through difficult things in their life and people shouldn't hide things. I hate when people hide things because you can have people who are sitting around and don't know what to do, what the next step is, the step that they may have to seek for some type of treatment, and they just don't know. But if they hear it from somebody else, it definitely helps. Love the football week, but y'all miss, my biggest upset was watching Denver dismantle Tampa Bay. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Hey.
Yeah, that was crazy.
All right.
But yeah,
Any Tampa Bay fans in the building?
Denver went to Tampa Bay and dismantled.
Hey.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Hey, did y'all know did y'all notice the mascot on Tampa Bay field looked a little cartoon today when they showed the field?
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch it, but I didn't get to watch it.
Did you notice that Dallas Star got turned upside down? Oh, I forgot they always upside down. Never mind. But anyway, yeah, I want to piggyback off what Tony said. Cuz anything you need, we right here for you, bro. Let us know. Like I said, if you need I could be a junior counselor. You know, I say I can listen and say and how does that make you feel? You know, like Dr. Phil. You know, I ain't got no couch. I ain't got no couch for you to lay down on, but I would listen. You know,
right on.
And Tony, that little Tampa Bay comment, that sound like feelings, not facts.
Well,
all right, go ahead, Skyrock.
Well, the old adage says your story is to be sold and not told. But in these days and time, we cannot sell our story because you never know who you gonna have to help that's going through the same situation. So the narrative have changed to reach one, teach one, elevate one. And even though you're going through stuff, you might have that person on the outside that might not be able to understand what's going on in their life. And by you sharing your story, because all of us have a story to tell. So by you telling your story, you can help elevate someone else who's going through the same scenario with what you got going on.
Right on.
So we all have stories. And we talked about it last time you was here. Y'all know I am very selective in what I talk about. And me and Barrett was talking about telling my story. And I reached out to one of my friends that was in the same situation with me on going on a little vacation. And he said, yeah, after sitting down and we talked about the ins and outs of how they try to break you down, how they teach you that you're lower than dirt. When you get out, and the last thing they tell you, you'll be back. And it's up to you to set your mind where you don't go back. So I think that'd be good if everybody come on one day and share their story. Because all of us have a story to tell. But here on Balt Night Picks and Line, featuring the fellas, if you want to come on and you're a visitor, you can come on and share your story also, because we don't judge anyone here. We are open forum, and we invite everyone to come on and tell their story. Now, with that being said, next week, we're going to be back at it. We're going to be back at it next week.
Show you right.
Hopefully, Florida State will have 2 wins, and that'll be called a winning streak. If you win 2 in a row, it's called a winning streak. So maybe they'll have a winning streak.
Yeah, you're right. Because
Maybe Carolina can win another in a row. Maybe Dallas home. Maybe Dallas can figure it out. But we do know one thing. They all got to suit up next week and play. And that'll give us something to talk about.
That's right.
So on behalf of me and the fellas, what you got to say, Show?
And my story ain't nothing but cocaine and hookers.
We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. See you next week. Toya, what's up, First Lady? First Lady just chimed in. What's up, First Lady? Hey, now if we can get First Lady on her show, I'm just putting it out there to tell her story. That'd be good too, from a woman perspective. And they won't just have to hear men tell their story. We have a lady to tell her story. I'm just putting it out there, just throw it out there and let it marinate a little bit. Throw it in there.
Speaking of ladies, what happened to that lady from the hotel?
All right, So we gotta go. We gotta go. This is not Skyrocket Love Hour, but she's all right. We just talked the other day. We still cool. We chilling. We still chilling. All right, but that's it. We got to say y'all. Peace.
Peace, baby.
Peace.